totally up. Whatever you want to do. Let me just make it so. Person. I don't know why it's. Can you guys all see me as the main person, or is it showing Jordan as the main person? Me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, right. It's, I don't know why it has you highlighted. Great. So let me just make sure. Okay. Interesting. So funny. All right. Go ahead and meet me on your back. And we're going to get so warm. I'm going to make you thankful for your couple-day break from me with a recording before I start getting everyone nice and warm today. So knees will come into your chest for me. And then just go ahead and take that nice little rock from side to side. I know we were all talking about it. Jordan had family in Naples, so we were all so lucky to be on right now, working out. I'm so appreciative of the movement. Go ahead and let your right leg fall nice and long. Pull left knee into your chest. And then just lift your head, neck, and shoulders up. Really big pull of that left knee. You're just going to hover that right leg. You're not going to have any movement. You're going to point through that right toe, contract through your right quad, and just squeeze that left leg. You're going to hold here for 5. Good for 4. And 3, we're going to lay head, neck, and shoulders down. And 2, on 1, lay head, neck, and shoulders down. Switch out those legs. Pull that right knee and let left leg fall nice and heavy to start. Lift head, neck, and shoulders up. Now float that right leg up. Really pointing through those toes, contracting through that quad. Give me one more big pull of that knee in. And now go into a slow switch. Switch, squeeze. Switch and squeeze for me. Switch and squeeze for me. It's almost like a 2 count. It's a little bit faster than that, but I want you to think head, neck, and shoulders stay lifted. Point through those toes for me. Really big pull in, like you're rounding through that belly. Lower back stays on that mat. 20 more seconds here. So every time you pull that knee in, you're getting a little bit of a stretch in your leg, and then you're really pointing through and contracting through that opposite leg. I want everything nice and slow and controlled. 5 more seconds here. 4, good. 3, final 2. Bring both knees into your chest for me. Come up 1 more inch. You're going to extend legs out in front of you, arms behind you, and then you're going to reach for your ankles. So you're going to extend legs and arms. Exhale, and then pull back in. Inhale, reach, 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 reach. Exhale, pull everything up. Take your time. You should be starting to feel that warmth building throughout that core. 15 seconds here. Everything is slow. If it is too much, you can always grab your knees and then find that extension, or that extra challenge is just going to be to reach. You have time for 1 more, and then we're going to hold here. So reach towards those ankles, hold for me right here. Take 1 more big inhale, come up 1 inch higher, hands go behind your head, slow, controlled bicycles. Tap, come through center. Tap, come through center. We're just building through that core exercise, so you should be feeling that warmth. I want you to come through center with your knees in that nice 90, and then I want you to find that twist, reaching that right elbow to that left knee, and then that left elbow to that right knee. Stay slow and controlled. You're going to get rid of that center hold in 3, just bicycles in 2. Now just switch from side to side. Switch and switch. It is slow. You're not racing. I want toes pointed here. I want you to think to yourself as you're coming through this, can you get that opposite shoulder blade off of the mat? 10 seconds to go right here. Tiny little break coming your way in 8, in 7, don't give up, and it's 6 and 5, final 4, good, 3, last 2, on 1, knees come into your chest, rest, first rest right here. Take a big inhale here for me, and then on that exhale, press that lower back into the mat. So from here, you're going to bring those knees into a tabletop position to start. Reach your hands up. If you need to end up protecting your neck, hands can come behind your head. You're going to bring your heels together, knees apart, and then just extend a little bit, point through those toes. So you have this nice little diamond shape with your legs. Bring your hands behind your head to start. You're going to lower down, exhale, lift and squeeze. Lower down, exhale, lift and squeeze. So our knees are open to help our hip flexors here. Exhale, lift and squeeze. The extra challenge is going to be to drop those legs down an inch, and if not, bring them up an inch, a little bit higher. Keep knees separated. You're in a full range crunch right here. You're going to hold on to the top of that range on this next one, and now you're going to go up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, down an inch. Slow and controlled. You'll have time for those pulses. Up an inch and down an inch. In 4, we're gonna pulse it out so they'll become quicker and you'll stay up there. In 2, up an inch and down 1 inch. Last one, everyone stay lifted for me. Now just pulse up an inch, down it. Up an inch, down, and it's little pulses. It gets faster right here. If there was music going, you'd be with that beat. Everyone up an inch and down an inch. You've got it. Up an inch and down an inch. Keep breathing through it for me. You've got 10, 9, knees come into your chest. In 8, good. In 7, keep fighting. 6 and 5, you're there. 4, 3, 2, knees come into your chest. First breath, big inhale, just getting everything nice and warm. Knees are gonna come right over tabletop. This time you're at that 90-degree angle for me. Take hands, reach them up towards the ceiling. Exhale, reach towards those toes and ankles. You're gonna tap your toes down, lift and squeeze for me. Tap your toes down, lift and squeeze. If you need hands behind your head, you can. We're heavily into those lower abs right here. Tap those toes down, exhale, lift and squeeze. Your lower back is pressed so firmly into the mat. Every time you tap those toes, you exhale, bring knees back to that nice tabletop position. 10 seconds right here. 9 and 8, don't rush it. Sense of urgency and making sure you find that breath. Exhale as you lift, inhale as you lower for 5 and 4, stay up there. 3, there's no rest yet. And 2, after this last one, you bring those knees back to tabletop. You're gonna extend legs at that angle, bring them back to tabletop. Extend at that angle, then bring to tabletop. Again, hands are fine behind your head. One more change in this isometric hold right here. 3, bring legs back into tabletop. 2, full extension. Last one, we're gonna combo those 2 movements. So you're gonna tap those toes down, pull knees back up, full extension back to tabletop. You tap toes, exhale, lift, reach back to tabletop. Front of your legs and quads should be getting a little bit warm here. I just need 10 seconds and then we're gonna add that crunch back in. You keep those legs at tabletop for me in 5. So tap toes down, exhale, lift and squeeze. Then you reach legs long, coming back in. Last toe tap right here, hands behind your head, lower down. Exhale, lift, squeeze for me. Lower down, exhale, lift, squeeze. You've got this. 10 and 9, 8 and 7, good. 6, can you get up 1 inch higher? 5 and 4, final 3 and 2, lower that head, neck, and shoulders down. Knees come into your chest. 3 more changes, but this is your last little bit of a break right here. You're gonna bring those knees back up to tabletop. From here, lift head, neck, and shoulders, reach for your ankles, go back to your diamond. Heels go together, knees come apart right here. Now bring hands back behind your head. You're gonna drop that right leg down, tap that left knee back to your diamond. Bring that leg down. So it's only a couple inch change. What I want you to think here, I know it might look a little bit awkward, but I want you to try to keep your legs at that diamond. So you're only dropping right leg a couple inches, and then that left leg, it's just gonna make you go into those obliques a little bit further and those inner thighs, staying out of those hip flexors as much as we can. You're gonna hold for me in that diamond shape, top of that movement in 3 and 2, stay in that diamond shape right here. Stay in that diamond shape, come up 1 inch higher. Now reach past your knees, give me little pulses. 10, 9, yes you can. 8 and 7, lengthen through those legs, drop them down an inch if you can. 5, you're just gonna hold for me in 4, knees come together in 3 and 2, bring knees together, find your hold, reach, squeeze those inner thighs together, yes you can, squeeze, 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 come up 1 inch higher, reach for ankles for 4, grab those knees in 3 and 2, grab knees, pull knees into your chest, cross ankles, rock yourself up. Go ahead and bring your hands in front of you, feet come behind you. You're in an all 4 position for me. Take 1 cat-cow stretch, feel those abs get nice and warm right here. Come into that neutral spine, walk yourself into your plank. You're walking into your bear crawl, back into your plank for me. Walk into that bear crawl, back into that plank, lower abs. Now your shoulders are getting engaged right here. I want you to breathe through this movement. We went really basic in your abs for a reason. Every time you walk into that bear crawl, I need you to think to yourself, are you in that nice neutral flat back right here? So belly button's pulled in, we're not rounding through, that's fine. Then you find that plank for me. You're gonna stay in that plank. You do have 3 solid changes on your shoulder. So hang in there. You're gonna keep those feet back. We're going into shoulder taps in 5, 4, find that full plank, find your foundation right here, spread fingertips out, open feet up in 2, hold right here. Now tap your shoulders. I want you to go slow to start. No movement in your hips. So feet are wide. Take that big inhale, pull belly button up towards that spine, and think about the relax of that shoulder. No shoulder earrings right here. You still have 20 seconds. Nice. Now watch what happens. You're gonna wanna overextend and lock out those elbows. Put a soft bend in those as you're coming from side to side. 8, 7, good, 6 and 5, we're right there. 4 and 3, final 2. Hold on 1 for me right here, hold. Reset from here. You can come to the meaty part of your knees if you need to. It is 1 push-up. You get to come back into that downward dog. So option to stay on those toes as you lift up, but I need you to stay here for that full 30 seconds. Option always to come to those knees for the push-up. I want you to find the stretch, lift through that belly button, enjoy that little bit of a downward dog. We're building that stretch in, you're only in that first 10 minutes of work. Every time you lift those hips up, make sure you pull from that belly button and then you roll right back through to hit that push-up. You had this. Heart rate's going to come up here in a second. You finish with 30 seconds of climbers. They can be slow. You're pointing through that toe, bringing that knee into your chest. I need everyone in their climbers in 5, in 4. Know that you rest after this. 3, find your push-up, top of that plank position. Bring right knee in, left knee in. Option to keep stepping, option to hop switch, option to run it out for my girls who want that cardio. You have 20 seconds right here in a child's pose. 20 seconds in a child's pose. I need you to fight for it. Yes, those look great, Kathleen. Back is flat, butts are not in the air. 15 seconds to go. Yes, Jay. Now everybody watch your arms. You're gonna wanna overextend and lock. Soften them just a hair for me. Go 10, 9, nice work. 8 and 7, fight for 6, child's pose here in 4, in 3, last 2, find that child's pose. Open knees up nice and wide. Press that booty back towards that seat. Reach those hands to the front of the room. You're gonna go ahead and put Balas on if they're not already on as we start to transition from those legs, from those abs into those legs. From here, you're gonna meet me 1 more time in that all 4 position. Give me that cat-cow stretch. Lowering down, lifting and squeezing right here. Come into that neutral spine. You're going to leave that right hand lifted, come down onto that left forearm. Now take a big inhale here. Flex through that right foot. My friends who want to put a weight behind that right leg, you can. Just know we're going to extend it in this series, so you'll have to take that weight out. Balas are fine right here. You're going to open into that clamshell, lower down to a hover. Open into that clamshell. So I want you to think about squeezing left cheek and that right side. So we're in that right outer thigh, bottom right corner of that glute, starting at the base of that booty, and then we'll work our way to that center booty. So from here, I want you to think about that nice hip opener. So even though you're square here, you're lifting that leg. I don't care how high it goes. I hear where you're squeezing. Make sure to keep weight in that right hand just so you don't start to sink too far into that left side. You've got 8 and 7. Lift for 6. Lower 5. 4, good, 3, final 2. On this last one, hold it at the top. You're just gonna come down an inch, squeeze up an inch. Down an inch, squeeze up an inch. Bring that heel closer to that seat and think about the squeeze that's happening right at the top of this. It's not quite a pulse because you're coming down an inch, right back up an inch for 8 and 7. Good, 6 and 5. We're gonna give 1 full range, 3 pulses at the top, in 3, in 2. Last one right here. You come down to a hover, lift, good, 2 and 3. Our leg's gonna extend after this. So if you did sneak a weight behind that knee, it's gonna come out after this change. You have that nice big lift, pulse, 2 and 3. 3 to go, lower down. Then we lift, pulse it up for 3 right here. Last 2, lift it up, pulse, 2 and 3. Last one, get ready for your hold. Lift, 2, and you freeze, reset. Press into that mat, flex that foot. You're gonna go ahead, and if you do have that weight, take it out. Bring that right knee back down, come onto that left hand. You're gonna now extend that right foot back. Keep your toes in that nice flex position. We lift up, tap toes down, lift, squeeze, tap toes down. So make sure you have a soft bend in those elbows. You're gonna feel that warmth building in that left cheek, but you need to lift and squeeze. Now we've worked from that side of your glute, now right to that bottom of that booty into the center. So keep that full extension. Squeeze through your glute as you tap toes, lift back up. 8, tap 7, good, lift 6 and 5. You've got 4 and 3. Last 2 on 1. Go ahead and hold that leg up. You're going to bring it in for 2, full extension. My friends who need to come off of those wrists, you can go onto your forearms. I'm just giving you a little bit of extra shoulder work here. So you're going to pull that ankle in towards your glute, and then you're going to give me that nice big hamstring stretch right here. 1 combo change left, and then you'll go into your hold. 8 and 7. Notice how slow and controlled we are in these movements. I want a full range extension with that foot flexed, and then pull that heel towards that seat. You have time for about 2 more right here, and then we're going to combo it together. Foot stays flexed for this entire series right here. In 3, hold it long. In 2, you're going to tap toes down, lift, squeeze, give me that hamstring curl, stretch. Tap down, lift, squeeze, you bend and extend for me. Tap down, lift, squeeze, bend and extend. Tap it down, lift and squeeze. Get ready for your hold. It happens in 10 seconds. Every time you extend that leg and you tap those toes, you have to squeeze from your center booty, and then you lift up with that control. 5, 4 and a hold. 3, 2, full extension of those toes. Now point through those toes for me. Point through those toes. Extend that left arm long, excuse me. Pull that elbow into your knee. Full extension. Good. Pull that elbow into your knee, rounding through that spine, and then you give me that full extension right here. 30 seconds on this side. Don't move. You've got it. Every time you extend, think about the squeeze happening in your shoulder, the squeeze happening in your glute. Let yourself get fatigued right here. You're going to come into a break shortly. In 8 seconds, you're out of this. In 7, I want that big reach. In 6, hands going to come back down. We're going to find a quick child's pose in 5, 4, 3, and 2. Final extension. Hand comes back down. Knee comes back down. Open those knees nice and wide. Press your seat back, walk your hands to the edge of that mat. Feel that nice little stretch. You're going to give me 2 big inhale, exhale. 1 more big inhale here, and that exhale. Nice. You're going to come into that all 4 position for me. You are going to tuck your toes, hover your knees. You walk out for 2, back in for 2. A little bit of repetition in those planks today. In for 2, walk it out. For 2, yes, you can. In for 2, out for 2. You can hold on to this in your shoulders and the planks, and you can always come to your forearms in that all 4 series. But I want you to think about what your lower abs are doing in that bear crawl position. You walk out for 2, back to that all 4. You're there. 10, 9, 8, and 7. Good. In for 2, walk it out. For 2, give me 1 more. You're going to keep yourself in your plank. In 3, and 2, hold on 1, find that plank, reset right here. Little bit different. You're going to give me a tap to that right, tap to that left, then right elbow, left elbow. So you're going to give me a shoulder tap on each side, and then you're going to bring same knee to same elbow. So yes, shoulders are working, obliques are working here. Take your time. You do not have to rush this. If you really fight to tap that elbow, you're going to feel that oblique work. If you have to come to your forearms, you can give me knee taps, and you can still bring that knee into your side. 20 seconds right here. Keep breathing for me. You've got it. Tap left, tap right, bring elbow and knee into that elbow each time. You're going into your push-up downward dog in 3. Yes, you can. You're going to be off of your wrist after this in 1. So what I want from you is to give me that really strong push-up. Chest comes down to that mat. Lift up, find that stretch. Take your time. I am not asking for a million right here. I'd rather you find a little bit of a stretch in that downward dog and then a really strong push-up for me. Only 15 seconds left right here. You're going to come into your forearm plank for me. Forearm plank happens as the finisher of that third change in 10. In 9, I need at least 2 more push-ups because I know that you can. 7 and 6, really strong push-up. Exhale as you press up, lift into that downward dog. Everyone's on their last one. After that push-up, can you come into your forearm plank and hold? You should feel a little bit shaky here. Everyone find that forearm plank in 3, 2, find it, hold. Take the big inhale. I want you to zip up those inner thighs. Think about as if there was a ball or a block between those knees and you were trying to squeeze it as tight as you could. Now think about your belly button pulling up towards your spine, shoulders pull away from your ears, and you're breathing. Don't clench that jaw. Only 15 seconds to go and you're out of it. Take the big inhale. When you exhale, you contract. Let any of the beads of sweat come down those arms. It means you're working hard. In 5, you're going to take one more child's pose before that other side on your legs. In 3, in 2, in 1, you rest for me. Nice. Open knees up, press all the way back. Lots of good core and glutes there. From here, I want you to take that stretch, whatever you need. You're going to come into that all 4. I am going to keep you on your shoulders here if you can. If not, walk to your forearms and do not stretch. On this first side, you're going to leave left hand lifted, right forearm comes down. So this is like a hint of a break on your wrist. Before you do anything, I want you to take a big inhale now, press everything away. If you used a weight on the other side, stick it behind your left knee now for those 3 changes. Flex your foot. We open into that clamshell lower down. I do not care how high that leg comes up. My hope for you here is that you're thinking about that outer pocket, outer thigh of your glutes. Yes, your right side's going to talk to you a little bit, but I want you to think about shifting that weight to that left hand so we can keep this on the left side of that body. Lift and squeeze. Lower with control. Foot stays flexed, heel stays closer to that glute. And what I want you to do is just breathe. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, lower to a hover. Nothing, rest. Exhale, lift, squeeze. Inhale, lower down. You're doing great. Exhale, lift, squeeze. Inhale, lower down. Breathe for me. You have 5, 4, good, 3, and 2. On that last one, hold it up. It comes down an inch. Back up an inch. So it's not about trying to get it higher. It's about releasing and then squeezing. Release that contraction, squeeze. Release that contraction, squeeze. Both cheeks are warm right here. You're balancing and using that foundational side with that right. And the left is what I care about, that outer corner pocket. Squeeze, release. Yes, you can. 10 and 9. Lift it. 8. Lower. 7. Here's where you're fighting. Find your breath, let muscles start to change. That combo movement happens in 3, in 2, lower down to a hover. We lift up, pulse 2 and 3, lower down with control. Exhale, pulse it up, lift 2 and 3. Do not cheat yourself on this pulse. Here's where you're going to want to take that break. You're lowering, exhale, squeeze, then 2 more pulses at the top of that range. You're almost out of these clamshells. Think to yourself, they tried to make us do standing yesterday. I had a 7-minute each side standing series yesterday. I said, I'm never coming back to the studio again because I'm going to die standing on that leg. And I know you all know exactly what I mean because I can picture what I used to do to you at the bar. Last one right here. You're going to bring that leg down. If you brought a weight behind that knee, you're going to get rid of it. You come into that all 4, you extend that left leg. We lift it up nice and high. Pull belly button in, tap it down. Lift and squeeze and tap it down. This is so basic that most of you can bring your right hand to that right quad. Find your balance here. This is not about how many reps that you can get in. It's can I find any more length in the back of that left leg? Can I squeeze from the center of my booty? So I've got my shoulders nice and fatigued, pressing that mat away, or I'm on my forearms, full extension in that leg, which means it's like there's a cast on it. The squeeze comes from your center booty. It doesn't come from your foot. You have 5 more lifts. 5, tap, 4, good, lift, 3, nice, 2, leave that leg up there nice and high, press that mat away. Now you bend that heel in towards your seat, full extension squeeze. Bend that heel in towards your seat, full extension and squeeze for me. Now that hamstring curl, whether you have a bala on or not, if you squeeze and find your extension, you're gonna get it nice and warm. We're gonna combo those two movements in 6, pull it in for 5, keep belly button plugged in, challenge yourself with your balance to bring that right hand to your right quad. In 3, we combo. In 2, I want you to tap those toes down, lift and squeeze, give me that beautiful hamstring curl right at the top of your range. 2 separate movements that are slow. I'm going to give you time to get your heart rate up again, I promise. So I want you to fight for the length that you're creating, the tone that you're working on in those legs and the shape. 10 seconds right here, it stays extended, and then we reach that arm, you have it. 5, really big squeeze, lift all the way up, pull that hamstring in, and then extend. Everybody give me 1 more. Leave that leg lifted at the top right here. And 2, hold it there. Now point through that toe. Extend that right arm. I want you to bring that knee in towards your chest. Full extension, reach. Knee comes in towards that elbow, full extension, and you reach for me. These are slow and controlled. I'm not letting anyone rush today. I gave you those little climbers. I'll give you another chance. Promise me you'll go slow and think about inhale, exhale. Find your breath, get deeper into those abdominals. 8 seconds here, 7. Come into an all 4. Do not take the child's pose right here. 7 and 6. We're almost there. 5 and 4. Yes, you can. 3 and 2. On that last one, I want you to find that all 4 positions. Spread fingertips out, tuck those toes under, lift into your bear paw, pulse knees out an inch, in an inch, out an inch, in an inch, out and in, pulse out and in. 10, 9, 8 and 7. Downward dog for me in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees come in, lift all the way up. You might need to walk those feet back. I want you to bend that right knee, press through that left. Take a big inhale, exhale, press through. Bend that left knee, press through that right. Good. You're gonna slowly start walking feet into your hands, hands into your feet. Now hang there nice and heavy. Take a big inhale, soften the bend in your knees, bring those hands down towards that mat. And then we exhale, slowly rolling ourselves up to the top. Head's the last thing to come up. Hands come behind your head. Go right into your good morning stretches for me. Lift and squeeze, lower with control. Lift and squeeze, lower with control. You're right into those good mornings. Beautiful, big breaths here. Every time you lower down, I want you to think to yourself, can I pull my belly button in? Can I hinge from my hips any further? Almost out of those legs. We got a little bit more to go. Full extension. This is your active recovery stretch in those good morning. 5 and 4. I'll cue you into that next series in 3. Good. In 2. On 1, I'm facing the side so you can see me. You're going to be about halfway down that mat. From here, you're going to take that right foot and you're going to step it back, and then you're going to sink into that low lunge for me. You're going to start upright here. Hands come to prayer. You're going to hinge, extend back leg, drop right knee back down. It's just an extension. Hinge, extend that leg, pulse that knee down. Hinge and extend, pulse knee back down. So all you're thinking about is shifting weight from that back of that leg into that front, finding a full extension. Don't rush through it. It's that hinge, straighten your back leg, and then pull that knee back down. Heel, back foot, that right heel stays nice and high. Weight is in that left foot. You have 10 more seconds here. You're gonna hold in your hinge in 9, good. 8, find it. 7 and 6, breathe. 5 and 4, hold on to that hinge in 3. Relax shoulders for me, please. In 2, on 1, hinge forward right here. Now bring hands to prayer or towards your hips. Cover that right leg. You're gonna tap right leg, lift, squeeze. Tap right leg, lift, squeeze. Yes, you can. Tap down, lift, squeeze. Tap down, lift, squeeze. I know that you're fatigued right here, so I need you to breathe for me. I know you're fatigued. Breathe. You have a hold in 8. Oh yeah, bend that left knee. Straighten that right leg and just give me lifts. I know. 4 and 3. Hold for me in 2. Hold that leg up. Bend that left knee for me. Hands are either in prayer or they're at your hips. Can you come down one more inch? Can you lift that right leg up? You're out of this side for in 10 seconds. So I know you can do this. I know you can. Nice core. Hold 5. Yes. Perfect, Jordan. Hold on to that. 5, 4. Good. 3. And you stand. 2. And you stand. 1. And you stand back up. Big inhale. It's quick. Those 3 changes. Yeah. Imagine being there for 7 minutes. What changes? I'm like, I don't know who can do that, but you're crazy. Take that left leg for me. Bring that left leg back. Sink in. And looks like you're headed into that split squat. You're not. Hands come to prayer. You shift, extend back leg, lower back into that lunge. Shift, extend that back leg, lower back into that lunge. If you do not feel this, it means you can come an inch lower when you hit that lunge. When you hinge forward, full extension of that leg, you put all that weight in your right foot. So this isn't a break. This, you should feel some warmth here. It happens where you're finding that breath too. So I need you to breathe through the movement. Every time that you come back down, shift, squeeze, lower, extend. Good. Shift, reach, lower, extend for me. We're going to hang on to that hinge in 5, in 4, good, in 3, last 2, find your hinge, keep that back leg extended, find your hinge, yes you can, find that hinge, drive all that weight in that front heel, and then you point through that toe and lift. I love it. Courtney, we'll meet you there. You got 800 lifts, yeah? She's like, I got this, I got my posture down, I'll meet you there though. Big lift, tap. Notice that front half isn't moving. The only movement is coming from that back leg. Now that you're fatigued, you've got to drive the weight into that right heel. Here's what I need from you. I need you to keep that right leg bent. Yes. Lift 8, 7, 6, 5. Beautiful. 4, 3, and a hold. 2. That hold feels so good. Last one, freeze. Press those palms together. If you want to reach, you reach. Someone might pull you out of it. Oh, get into that, get into that, get into that. You only have 10 seconds. You should be on fire here. Bend that right knee. Extend through that left leg, 8 seconds. 7. Oh, it just means you're working hard. Those damn Balas. I know. 6, 5, 4. Meet me standing on your mat in 3, in 2. Drop that foot. Come right into it. Open your feet up a little wider than hips with distance. Heels in, toes out. Hit 30 seconds. Body weight squats. Give me right that heel lift from the start. Lower lift, squeeze. Here's where we get that heart rate up for a second. We're going to grab weights and go into arms in a moment. You have this. Lower lift, squeeze. Lower lift, squeeze. Do not cheat yourself with this squat. I need you to squeeze your butt as tight as you can at the top. Sink your booty back down. Watch your form here. If you're going too fast, you slow it down. All I need is 15 seconds. You have to lift onto the balls of those feet. First 3 toes, and then you sink back down. 10, 9, 8. Lower 7. Don't you give up. 6 and 5. Squeeze for 4. You can do it. 3 and 2. Last one. Give those legs a little bit of a punch. Grab your 2s, grab your 3s. If your ball is on, no point of taking them off now. Leave them on for the rest of class for me. Second position with arms today. Oh, we're going to have fun, aren't we? Heart rates will be up. Feel the difference with weights, moving those legs versus staying static. We're going into a second position series here. Weights are going to be in those hands for me. From the start, before you do anything, take a look at those feet, heels in, toes out. Weights come out to that outside, that wide T for me. Palms are going to face me, squeeze those weights. Perfect. From here, I want you to sink down, pull weights in, extend and squeeze. Pull those weights in, extend and squeeze. Like you have something in the center of that back that you're squeezing. I want weights, hands to come like they're coming to the back of that body. Full extension. Lower into your second position. Exhale, extend leg, squeeze. Lower into that second position. Extend arms and squeeze. 10, 9, reach. Good. 8, in. 7, stand. Yes, you can. In and right back up. Squeeze. 5. You're there. In 4. In 3, stay low. In 2, on 1, stay low for me. Yes, you can. Keep that right hand out. Left hand's going to come to that weight's going to come to your side. Reach that weight over, right back to that center. Reach that weight overhead, right back to center. Yes, you can. 4, back to center. 3, back to center. Good. 2, and center. Last one, pull it in, switch sides. Right hand comes to that hip. Left hand extends, reach. Stay in that second position, it's mean. Big reach back to center. 4 to go. 4 and center. Good. 3 and center. Perfect. 2 and in. Last one, both hands come out to that side. Bring them into that 90 palms face me. Serve that platter. Bring it back down. Serve that platter. Bring hands back in. I want you in your arms right here more than your legs. If you're dying, you take that break. You serve that platter. Pull it back in. Serve that platter. Strong wrist, ladies. Strong wrist. 5. Yes, you can. 4, big reach. 3, stand up nice and tall. And 2, stand up nice and tall. Yes, I'm gonna give you a break in those legs. Serve that platter. I want you in that wide second still. Your legs are straight. Pull belly button in, serve that platter. Serve it. Yep, 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep serving it. 6 and 5. Final 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold tiny circles. Tiny circles in. Now heel toe those feet right in underneath of you. Keep circling those legs. Soften the bend in your knees. 10, 9, 8 and 7. Yes, you can. 6 and 5. It's long. 4 and 3. Final 2, 1. Hold. Little pulses. Out and in. Out and in. We'll reverse that circle. Don't you worry. Go. 10, 9, 8. Bellies in. Knees are bent. 6. It's 5, we reverse in 4, in 3, you've got this, 2, 1, hold, opposite direction with that circle, circle squeeze, yes you can, go 10, and 9, you have 8 right here, it's 7, and 6, hold in 5, hold in 4, good, 3, and 2, 1, just freeze for me, bring those elbows right in underneath of that. Shoulders go right into your bicep curls. They're faster than normal because you've got that light weight. Lift and squeeze. Legs are out of it. Lower, lift, lower, lift. 10, up, 9, squeeze, go 8 and 7. Keep squeezing. 6 and 5. Yes, you can. It's 4 and 3. Final 2. Meet me at 90 in 1. We open, squeeze to close. Open, squeeze to close, keep going, 10 and in, last 9, 2 minutes. You really got to fight for those arms right here. Keep on moving, 6 and 5, squeeze it in, press it out. You've got 4, 3, good, bring it back to 90 right here. Bring those palms to your face, punch and punch. Can you add that twist? You're facing me, but you've got a little bit of a shift in your hips, out and in, out and in. My advanced girls just go out and in, let your shoulders get tired. 10, out, 9, out, 8, keep going, 7 and 6. You can do this. Out into a T for me in 5 and 4, 3 and 2. Last one right here. Open arms and hold. Heels come together, toes come apart. Lift onto that highest heel, down an inch, up an inch, down an inch, up an inch. Yes, you can. Arms are reaching. Yep. Little bend and extend. Little bend and extend. You're pulsing up an inch with your heels. Bend, extend with your arms. Bend, extend with your arms up an inch with those heels. You can do this. In 15 seconds, you drop weights and you hit that final plank of class. You have it. Do not come off of that little heel lift until I tell you to. Keep pulsing through those triceps. Light on those arms today. Tiny little bend and press. Keep them up there for 5, for 4, for 3 and 2. Drop those weights, drop your heels. Everyone hit that forearm plank for me. Sorry for the up and down, but I need you there in 3. I need you there in 2. Here's where you finish in 1. Hold. Woo, hoo, 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 hoo. Jordan, I've never seen you move so fast in my life. That was the fastest plank. It was like stop, drop, and roll. She's like, I'll do the worm. Everyone breathe for me. Here's what I need. I need you to zip up those inner thighs right here. I want you to give me 10 hip dips. Dip those hips to the right, come over that imaginary beach ball to that left, to that right side, to that left side. You have 30 seconds left in your plank. You have about 10 seconds left in those hip dips. Now you meet me in center in 5, no matter where you are, in 4, in 3, good, in 2. Everyone holds for this last 15 seconds. If you feel like you're not dying when this cuts off, you give yourself another 5 seconds, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and you hold on to it. Nice work today, ladies. I missed you. I'll see you on